Welcome back everyone to another episode of Let's Play Dark Souls 2. In the last one we got through the Shrine of Amana, a place which I don't really like very much. And now we are here in the Undead Crypt. So that guy right there is actually a nice little bro. I've heard him called by many names on the Dark Souls 2 subreddit. Jimmy, Timmy, and also Tommy for some reason. But anyways, that bro will light the path for you. He'll actually follow you around with a lantern, or with a torch, which is actually really cool. But unfortunately, I don't need his help. And also, if anything, his help is actually not wanted because he's actually a danger up ahead. I'll explain that in a moment. So, in this room at least, there's some ladies here trying to be very rude and shooting off a bunch of darkness, a bunch of hexes. And we got some mummies here, or not mummies, but just undead. I was terrified they were like mummies and they would belly flop and kill me, but no, they're just fine. You can also just rush through and attack these. But however you go about this, just be careful of all their magic. You never know what's gonna happen. I think that flame swath almost exploded in the middle of the pillar. But I'm not sure. There is a couple of like right back there. I think that's poison in that container. So be very careful. And the hex does deal some damage. So you know, don't act like it doesn't, because I sort of did right there, and that almost killed me. But I think they're using like homing soul mass or the something like that, but hex version. Also, they got a little bit of electricity, so that's never fun. No, don't bitch slap me. How dare you? Oh no, oh yeah, she has poison, so that's super dangerous. See right there, it almost killed me. I got really lucky. Yeah, but it actually killed me right before here. In my previous attempt, it wasn't fun at all. At all. So, moving on here. Torch required ahead. Darkness, or weakness, darkness. And then... yeah, there we go. Light and all those who bear it are not welcome here, so be very careful. If you let Timmy, Tommy, Jimmy, Jommy, whatever his name is, whatever you want to call him, the little nice little undead that'll bring a torch with you, because he won't attack you actually. If you let him come in, I think it'll mess everything up and the guy will hate you. So don't do that. He has a bunch of his guards, so don't even think of killing him unless you're really ready for a fight. They're just sitting there all like badass. But here's our guy.
I am Ugdane, guardian of the crypt. Countless dead rest here in peace, cradled by the comfort of dark. Light only agitates. We have no need for it here. I am a finito. We weave death and watch over the dead. This task was granted to me by the one who gave us the first death. Countless souls rest here. Some of them from ages long ago. Some were rich, others poor. Some wise, some dull, but now they're all just dead. Did you come for him? The one called Vendrick? You will find him deeper inside. Many castle servants and the like have come to fetch their lord. But they rest here now, put to death by the king's own guards. Perhaps he's not in the mood for company. In the past, humans were one with the dark. The former king of light, he feared humans. Feared that they would usher in an age of dark. How queer you humans. How you go on never separating truth from fiction. This place is welcome to all, provided due reverence is shown. Death is equitable, accepting. We will all one day be welcomed by her embrace. Tell me what you desire. Show me reverence, and I will lend you my hand.
Alright, so Grave Warden Agadine Efinito, he actually will sell a few things. This one has stamina recovery, but it's actually a little shit in terms of defenses. So if you want stamina recovery, that's cool. We got some insolent stuff. A Ring of Thorns, which counterattacks when damaged. Very cool, I think. And then a bunch of human effigies. Holy shit. I've been looking for someone to sell more of these. So finally, I have a source of them. Spoiler, I end up using like all of them by the time I beat the final boss. But we got some stuff here, and Pyromancy. Honestly, I think I should have used it, because it does heal, but I never ended up getting it, I'm pretty sure. Oh well. Anyways, Agadine, cool guy. Very, very cool indeed. I don't know why I'm rolling around. I think I bought the thing, the Ring of Thorns. I think that's why I was messing there. But yeah. So now we are here with more of these guys. Remember these guys? Yeah, you sure do. They're in the Drangleic Castle, but luckily they get to fall off. It's amazing. The Undead Crypt is dangerous because there's not much light, but as long as you take it slowly, I think you should have zero issues with this place. I mean, except for like one section, which you'll see in a moment, or in a bit here. So, our main path, so what you want to do first, there's a little secret bit. If you go off to the, gotta be careful, don't drop down, you take a lot of damage. Go drop off of right there, because the little helpful notice actually told me about it. But there is some undead down here. Don't worry about having to fight them. They should be super easy. And we got some more spice and another great soul, which is always awesome. But it's unfortunate, because now that I think about it, every time we get a great soul, or soul of a great hero, that means that the guy we just looted was a great hero, and he's just a corpse. And that's sad. Anyways, right here, a chest, and inside this chest we got a thing. Trying to remember what it was. Don't know. We got a fire seed and crushed eye orb. The crushed eye orb, I don't know what that's for. Don't recall. Unless, it's invade the world of a traitor. Okay, I know. All right, but oh god, careful. Don't want to die. So our path actually is the entrance off there in front of us. So it says chest ahead and then shortcut. So the chest is down here. Be very careful about not dying. But yeah, so I'd say just be careful about that, and you should be fine. Another soul vessel. That's always fun, I think. And the path down here. Torch ahead. What? Are we supposed to use the torch here? Is that what's going on? No, I must have not made that connection, and that's sucky. I guess I didn't make that connection. I don't know what actually happens there if you use a torch there. That's interesting. Maybe it adds torches in the area. I don't know. See, there's plenty of things I missed out on, and another soul of a hero, which is always fun. But unfortunately, who knows? Whatever. If you come in here, you'll get a bonfire, and this is actually inside past the fog gate that we had saw before. So this is a nice, easy way to get to the bonfire without being very reckless, I'd say. And now that we're in this section, there's going to be a few things got to watch out for. Firstly, darkness. Secondly, there's mummies, or more undead that pops out. And there's some mummies that'll pop out, and then they'll ring bells on the pieces of stone, like right there. Or not, okay, not ring bells, but not right here, but oh my god, there's ghosts. And the ghosts are fucking beast, alright? These ghosts are super, super strong. They have awesome soul arrows. They got pyromancy. They got everything. And they're really strong with their sword. So you gotta be super careful about fighting these guys. if anything, try to stagger them and make it so that they can't actually do all this shit, because they're throwing everything at me. It's not fun. They do have some cool items you can get from them, but just be very careful. They are very versatile, so they're ready to take anything you have and throw it back at you, basically. If you want to go straight for the boss, then I think it's this pathway I'm taking, give or take. Will lead you into a lead you towards it, but it also help you find a shortcut, I believe, which is always nice. Right here, I think there is a NPC that spawns in. Yeah, the nameless super shows up again. Don't know why. This is why I was confused, because I'd seen him here before, but then when I was actually recording the commentary, I wasn't sure if I'd seen him outside of the castle, before the castle, but I had, but not. I got messed up. Okay, anyways, we got a little combustion. Gonna try that out, just for funsies. Gotta be very careful. He is very mobile, and I guess he was two-handing that dagger? I don't know, it hurts, because he could attack a crap ton of times. But for the most part, he's just the same as, or at least I'm pretty sure he's the same as he was back in the castle. It just so happens that I was getting my ass kicked just for fun, you know. I hate that when they roll and I'm just screwed. There we go. Finally, invader banished. Yay! Alright, so now we have another enemy type. This is a ghost, but this is a ghost sticking out of a wall. It's stuck in the wall, so it's just stuck there. And then it tries to attack you. That's it. It's weird. I don't know why they're stuck in the wall and why they're just there. So be wary of shield. That is very important. And also ambush ahead. There's a couple of enemies you'll have to watch out for. More ghosts in the wall. I'm pretty sure they're just called like wall defenders or something like that. If anything, we would just call them wall masters. Not the correct game, but anyways. There's one right there, and then another right behind us. I think what they were hoping would happen is you'd get messed up with the guys with the shields, and then you'd get messed up by these guys. So yeah, those are shields. That's not actually a wall. It just looks like it, because holy shit, look at this. Also, I decided to use some spell regaining things. Those are enemies. So it's like, oh, let's hit them. That's not gonna work. So I decided let's deal damage, and then holy shit. I do a lot of damage with my flame swath, so no worries, but they have amazing shields here. Without the pyromancy, I would have been very afraid. I don't know if you could make the same sort of shield wall if you have two of those shields. I assume you can get them at some point. But that'd be pretty awesome if you could, just having a shield wall. Anyways, so here, I don't really know what's going on. It just says, skeleton friend. Not sure why there's a skeleton, and I don't know what you're supposed to do there. But anyways, go drop down here. And we're getting pretty close to the shortcut I was talking about. But be careful, because if you go into any of these different paths, like this one is a dead end. You get an item, that's cool, but it's a dead end. And you might have the ghosts falling behind, and I had one of those. Oh, and someone rang the bell, so that just spawned some ghosts. And it wasn't a person, it was a NPC. Or, I mean, it was a undead, not a NPC or anybody. Here we go. So here's a shortcut right there, right? Because this is across from that fog gate, which is basically right next to the bonfire. And with this right here, it'll drop down. There we go. It'll drop down that nice little shortcut. And I was very confused by where I was, because I never went through the actual fog gate. But the fog gate takes you right back to the room that's connected to the bonfire. Because the bonfire is currently to our left. See? The thing just reminded me. So right in here, that's where it is. So now we have a super quick way to the boss. So actually getting to the boss is no problem at all. And we could actually try to kill him. But there's a couple things you have to still watch out for, because if you don't do it, then you're gonna die. Also, I wasn't able to kill this boss by myself. I used some phantoms for some jolly cooperation, but anyways, so this section, we're gonna have a little bit of jump here. If you want to live, I'd say, then don't skip this section. Or this one thing, alright? This one thing. All doctors hate me or some whatever you see in those advertisements. So like, your doctors hate him. Kill the mummy, okay? Kill the mummy and he will not ring the bell. If he does not ring the bell, then you'll have no issue here. But if he rings the bell, out of every single one of these column-looking crypt things will spawn a ghost repeatedly. And they are really tough. They hurt a lot. But if you're careful about it and you kill that guy first, then you should have very little issue with all these guys. Because they're just what they are. They're just knights. But the mages are so varied that no matter what your defenses and what you're ready for, there's probably going to be something to catch you off guard. I wouldn't be surprised. I ran into the issue of I could use pyromancy here to take these guys out really quickly, but if I do that, then I'm actually screwed because that means that I have no pyromancy for the for the boss of the area. So I don't know if these guys are named Scion, but there was a Scion helm, so I guess that's their name. Not super sure. Yeah, I love that backstab animation for the halberd. It's the best. Alrighty, so now we have more people here. Oh no. I'd say, actually I don't know. You can just take these guys out however you want. You can probably take them out pretty easily. There's no special trick to it. If anything, just try to make sure that they don't attack you. I keep staggering them every time they go to attack, which makes it a little easier for myself. There we go. Baiting on attack can take some time though. So, all of that done, there's some items like draped against the walls on either side behind the crypts and whatnot. Just browse around it a little bit and you should find plenty of items, I think. There might have even been a chest over here off to one of the sides, I'm not super sure. But we killed them. We killed them all. Yeah. And now it's time for us to venture into the boss. But instead I actually jump because I died. And let's get some nice phantoms. One of them actually has the same Vengaral, whatever, helm. That's nice. And here's a cutscene. Oh my god. So if you slow it down or zoom in or pause there, I think you might have actually seen the face underneath the helmet. I think he's human. And if not human, he's some... well, actually, he's probably not human, but he's probably the same sort of Drangleic type. Because Vendrick, the queen, and then this guy, Velstadt, the royal Aegis, or Aegis, which I think just means the royal shield. Oh, that's right. You gotta be careful. He'll I think he has a blast attack? Or no, he just pumps himself up? I don't know what the fuck's going on, to be honest. But just be careful, okay? Just be very careful. This guy, pretty fast, pretty strong, and I think he actually ends up taking out the Jolly Cooperation guy. And if not, really close. I really needed help, and the help made it so much easier to actually get through this boss fight. I think the bell was just to pump himself up, because holy shit, look at that! Also, is that the Soul Greatsword? Damn! That's amazing. Luckily, with the help of these fine gentlemen, or women, doesn't matter, we got help. And also I think their name's Ghostly Bear. That's awesome. And then we got the other guy, which I'm not even going to try to say. Yay! Alright, we got a Sunlight Medal for some Jolly Cooperation, which is awesome. So now, this is what we've all been waiting for. The final boss of the game. Just kidding, this is not the final boss of the game, okay? I was very curious. And by curious, I mean worried. I thought this was the final boss. I this is what it's going to all come to. But it's not. This is King Vendrick, the king of Drangleic, and unfortunately a lost soul who, right now, is impervious to all damage. If you... Basically, in order to deal any damage at all to King Vendrick, by the way, King's Ring, we need that for something I'll explain in a bit next episode. In order to deal any damage to King Vendrick, you need to have on you Soul of a Giant, and you get those with the King's Ring, so you have to get the souls and then come back. Otherwise, you'll deal no damage to him, because basically his defenses are lowered by, I think, a certain percentage with every soul. But also, here's the Emerald Herald to say some stuff.
Use it to gain passage through the King's Gate and venture to the far east. Bearer of the curse, if you are to be the next monarch, then one day you will walk those grounds without really knowing why.
Alright, so that's a little bit of a backstory. And now in the next episode, we're going to be venturing forth and gathering a bunch of stuff so that we could end the game. We are getting real close to the end. I'll see you then. Goodbye.